Do you struggle with finding some simple, high-protein breakfasts? Well, stay tuned. I'm Jen, and this is A Better Life with Jen. In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 simple, high-protein breakfasts that I like to make on the regular. They only require a few ingredients, and all 3 of these breakfasts are going to be complete meals with a good source of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So let's get started cooking. All right, so my first easy, simple, high protein breakfast I'm going to show you is my protein oatmeal. Now, I love this. I have this about 3 or 4 times a week. I make it ahead of time. I take it to work, eat it during my break at work. It's very simple, very nutritious, very well balanced. So I'm going to go over what you're going to need first, and then we will get to making it. So first thing you're going to need is some oats. I use old-fashioned rolled oats. I like the texture better. You can use quick oats as well. It just depends which texture you like better. You're going to need some protein powder. This is PE Science. I love their flavors. I love the way that their protein works. It's a whey and casein blend, so it works great in this. I use this all the time. This is not an ad. I wish it was. I wish I was sponsored. This happens to be cake pop flavor. I have about 4 flavors in my cabinet at any one time. Just happened to grab this one today, but any flavor will work. Any type of protein powder will actually work. And then I use some chia seeds, lots of great nutrients in there. And then I use some nut butter to get some good healthy fats. So this is American Dream. This is a great company. They have really, really good flavors. Once again, not an ad, not sponsored. This happens to be black velvet cashew butter. So sort of like a red velvet. They have peanut butters, almond butters, cashew butters. They have protein added to them, so I really do like them. This protein oatmeal comes out to be about 25 to 30 grams of protein per serving, depending on which type of protein powder you use, how much it has, and if your nut butter has added protein or not. But it's very well balanced. It has a good selection of carbohydrates from the oatmeal, protein from the protein powder and the nut butter, healthy fats from the nut butter and the chia seeds. So those are all the ingredients that you're going to need. You're also going to need a container for it. I just put mine in a little mason jar. Makes it really easy just to throw it in the fridge, grab it on my way out the door to work. You're also going to need a large bowl. Let's talk about cooking oatmeal for a minute. If you have ever had the dreaded oatmeal boil over in your microwave, you know what I'm talking about. It's awful. It's a pain to clean up, and it's just a mess. So I have found the key is to use a very large bowl to give it some room to boil up. Also, I cook my oatmeal for 2 minutes, and then I let it rest for any period of time, like a minute, couple minutes. I usually throw it in, hit 2 minutes, go about, do something, then come back to it. And then I cook it for another minute. So it's a total of 3 minutes, but not all at one time. I guarantee you, if you cook it for 3 minutes all at one time, it will boil over and you'll have a mess in your microwave. So that's all the ingredients that you're gonna need. Now we will get to making the protein oatmeal. So the first thing you're gonna do is put in your serving of oatmeal. You can adjust this to whatever you want. I just use a normal serving of oatmeal, and then I put in the water. I use water for this, although you can use milk if you want to bump up the nutritional value of it a little bit. I like to use twice the water to the oatmeal. I just like the consistency of that. You can adjust the water to the consistency that you prefer of your oatmeal. Now we're gonna go put this in the microwave, like I said, for 2 minutes, let it rest, and then we'll put it in for 1 more minute, and then we will be back to add the rest of the ingredients. Now that the oatmeal is cooked, we're gonna go ahead and add our other ingredients. I start by adding a scoop of the protein powder. Like I said, you can use whatever flavor you want. This just happens to be cake batter. Then I go ahead and add my chia seeds. So I like to add about a teaspoon of chia seeds. Then I go ahead and stir that all in. Get that all nice and mixed up. And then I go ahead and transfer it to my jar. I just like to use these because they're super easy just to grab on the way out. If you're gonna eat this warm and you wanna eat it right now, you can just eat it right out of the bowl. But because I take it to work and eat it on my break, I transfer it to a jar, hopefully without spilling it all over the place. And then once I get that in there, then I go ahead and add the nut butter on the top. Just scrape that in. And then I have just a plastic lid that screws onto these jars, makes it really nice. Then I just throw this in the fridge. I grab it on my way out the door in the morning to work. Now, I usually make a couple days worth ahead of time. They store great in the fridge. The nice thing is you can adjust the flavor however you want. If I have a different flavor of protein powder, sometimes during the fall, I'll use like a cinnamon or a pumpkin protein powder, and then I'll add some canned pumpkin to it as well. You can also add any fruit that you want. Apples are great and stirred into it. Now, I eat this cold, so I just take it and eat it right out of the fridge, but you can warm it up. You can also eat it warm, however you like it. You can also do a very similar thing with overnight oats where you don't actually cook it. You just mix the oatmeal with protein powder and milk or water, let that sit in the fridge overnight, and the oatmeal absorbs the liquid. I just prefer the texture of it cooked first and then eating it cold, but however you want to do it. Like I said, it's a really well-balanced meal. It has a great amount of carbohydrates from the oatmeal, protein from both the protein powder and this nut butter, although if you use nut butter without added protein, it still has some protein in it, and then healthy fats from the nut butter and the chia seeds. So everything that you need in one easy-to-eat meal. The next breakfast I'm going to show you is a spinach mushroom egg white wrap. So this is another high protein, fairly easy breakfast. This one requires a few more ingredients, a few more steps than some of the other easy ones I've shown you. And this is a great one to do like when you're home, have a little more time on the weekend. So for this one, I'm using these lavash wraps from Trader Joe's that I got. These are great, make a great wrap. I have some mozzarella cheese. I have some egg whites. You could use whole eggs if you want. I like the egg whites, pure protein. I have some mushrooms, which I'm going to slice up, and some baby spinach. So we'll get to going on this one, show you how this one turns out. It's going to be a great, really tasty, high protein breakfast. So this, you can see, is the finished high protein egg white spinach mushroom veggie wrap. I grilled it once I put the egg whites in to help melt the cheese a little bit and just give it a little grill on the bread. This comes out to be about 40 grams of protein. These wraps, these lavash wraps from Trader Joe's, have 10 grams of protein each. And then there's protein from the egg whites and the cheese. So super easy, only took a few minutes to put together. Does require a few more ingredients, but still very easy and very tasty. This next high protein, easy breakfast is going to be protein pancakes. Now, I used to buy a mix called Kodiak Cakes, which is a protein pancake mix. Lots of people use it. It's great, it's easy, it has protein added to it. But if you know anything about me, you know that I am cheap. And Kodiak pancake mix is more expensive than regular pancake mix because it has the protein added to it. So I decided to do my own hack and make my own. So I just got a box of the cheapest pancake mix I could find. This one was on sale. This is Mrs. Butterworth's Buttermilk. And this is a complete one that you just add water to. It doesn't matter which brand. Just get one of the ones that you only add water to for it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my own protein powder. So once again, I have PE Science. This flavor is apple pie, which I thought would be great with pancakes. So you'll need those. You'll need some water. The other things I have are some butter and then some sugar-free syrup I like to put on my pancakes. I'm also going to serve this with some turkey bacon. So very easy. Once again, will be a complete meal. Carbs from the pancake mix, protein from the protein powder and the turkey bacon, and then fats from the butter and the turkey bacon. So be really easy. We'll go ahead, we'll get these made. So I'm just going to add the pancake mix into a little bowl, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the protein powder as well. And then I'm just going to add some water to get the right consistency that I want. When I'm making pancakes from a mix like this, I do not measure. There are measurements on the box that you can use, but I just go by feel. So I start to add a little water and then just stir it until it gets the consistency of pancake batter that I want. I like to personally have my pancakes a little bit thicker. I just like the texture of that a little bit better. They're a little more chewy, but you can do it however you want. So I just stir this until I get the texture that I want. Because this is apple pie flavored, this would also be great if you add some cinnamon or maybe some nutmeg, some other spices to it. I'm just going to add a touch more water to get it the right consistency. And then once I get this all mixed up, we will go ahead and go over to the stove and get these cooking. I like to make my pancakes on the smaller side. It just makes them easier to turn, also makes them more fun to eat. So I kind of make them mini pancakes. And I do want to leave room for the turkey bacon on this pan. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to the pancakes because butter makes everything better. And then I like to put a little bit of sugar-free syrup on them. And of course I dip my bacon in the syrup because that makes it great. So we have our protein pancakes made with the pancake mix and the protein powder and then some turkey bacon. This is a very well-balanced meal with carbs, proteins, fats. Comes out to be about 35 to 40 grams of protein depending on the type of protein powder that you use and how much protein is in your turkey bacon. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this. Super tasty, nice and warm pancakes and bacon. So there you have it. 3 high protein, well-balanced breakfasts that are easy to make anytime. Comment below if you make any of these. Also comment with any other video ideas you would like to see me do. As always, like, comment, subscribe. It does help grow my channel, and I appreciate all of you watching.